Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push the post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. All right, you guys, it is Thursday. Today is the 23rd of December. We almost at the end of the year. Yeah, it's how y'all feeling? Let me know how y'all feeling. Are y'all feeling? I don't know. I don't even know what to ask about how you feeling. I know generally for me, you know, I told you, well, I don't know if I have told you guys, but I'm not really a religious person. I don't believe in structured religion. I am a spiritual person. So I am a practitioner of an African approach to spirituality is the way that I'm going to word that. Okay. We'll talk about that on the other channel, not over here. But anyways, usually during the end of the year, it is a time for us to basically detox both physically and spiritually, mentally, everything. We do a lot of spiritual baths to kind of cleanse ourselves and to prepare ourselves to go into the new year with clean and fresh energy. We do, well, myself personally, you know, I'm trying to clear my body out physically on the inside. So I'm taking a lot of herbs and things of that nature. There's a lot of ceremonies that usually go on just to prepare us, you know, and my children are involved in all of that, but it's mainly just to give us a clean slate moving into the new year. So I'm kind of curious to know, what are you guys doing? Are you guys doing any New Year's resolutions and things of that? I spoke about this in another video where I basically was saying, you know, what I've learned in my experience is that I used to set unrealistic goals for myself and then I would really beat myself up about it. So, you know, what I have been practicing through this year and what I want to continue to do in 2022 is to try to set smaller daily goals. You know what I mean? It's still good to have those long-term goals, but to set smaller goals that are more realistic, okay? And then really take the time to acknowledge your accomplishments, because us moms, I'm going to say us moms, because I can do that, but I feel like us moms, we forget about ourselves so much. You know what I mean? We are usually the last person on the list. And so any accomplishments that we do make, you know what I mean, we don't take the time, whether that is taking a long bath to yourself, telling your kids to go and watch Dora the Explorer. It doesn't matter what it is, just take the time to celebrate you. Okay, that's going to be my motivational Thursday. All right, take the time to celebrate you going into the new year. All right, now moving into things, first thing I want to talk about is what's going on with the IRS right now. This came out actually yesterday, the 22nd. It says the Internal Revenue Service has been dealing with a backlog of errors and amended returns. Wait a minute. I think I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't say it. I did say it. I did say it. I'm sorry, you guys. See, my brain is going a million miles per minute. But anyways, yeah, the Internal Revenue Service has been dealing with a backlog of errors and amended returns it has been trying to sort out. This includes 2020 tax returns that have mistakes relating to recovery rebate credit, missing information, or suspected identity theft. Okay, recently, the Internal Revenue Service updated its operations on December the 20th, noting that it will issue another batch of corrections under its unemployment compensation exclusions corrections returns section. Okay, while these will be issued before the end of the year, the IRS said it is now concentrating on more complex returns and will continue the process into 2022. In total, the IRS said it has 6.2 million unprocessed individual returns. Also, the IRS has issued more than 11.7 million refunds worth $14.4 billion. This is stuck on the same amount since it was last issued up in November, when it sent out 430,000 payments worth more than 510 million to taxpayers. Okay, so there you go, you guys. That is the current update as it pertains to the IRS and what they have going on out there. We already knew that they were going to be behind. They were behind before the pandemic began. I know there's a lot of you guys that are still saying that either you have received one stimulus payment but you haven't received all, or you haven't received your taxes. I'm really hoping that they get it together. You know what I mean? I know you guys are seeing the news out here in California. They are just, the notifications, my phone was going off back to back to back to back to back to back to back yesterday, talking about the fact that we are in the midst of another surge. Okay. And this surge seems to be as bad as it was when this first hit last year. Okay. It's pretty bad. I've seen notifications of hospitals saying there's over 200 hospitalizations there. You know what I mean? They're about to reach capacity again with the hospitals. I'm a little bit worried because I feel like what's going to end up happening happens is the government is going to get desperate and they're going to start to try to enforce more mandates than what they're already trying to put out there right now. I know there's mandates going on right now, but for the most part, I don't want to say we can still live a normal life, because that's not necessarily true, but there are still certain things that we can get away with doing. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that they don't go to desperate measures because of the fact that we are in the midst of this very, 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 very highly contagious surge. Okay. Moving on, continuing on with that, in California, it says our Governor Newsom lays out new actions to slow the spread of the virus in California. Okay. Governor Newsom has laid out new actions to slow the spread of the virus in California. That includes a booster mandate for healthcare workers, increased testing access for students, and expanded hours at testing sites. All healthcare workers in the state will be required to receive a booster by February 1st of 2022 and be tested twice weekly in the interim if they are not boosted. Okay. California already requires healthcare workers to be vaccinated against the virus, a directive that took effect in September and has since led to the firing or suspension of thousands of people, which I think is dumb, because now there's a shortage. We were already in the midst of a labor shortage. Now I'm pretty sure they have definitely doubled that and made it worse. Okay. And now it will join New Mexico as at least the second state to require booster shots for healthcare workers. Newsom also announced new expanded testing access for students. California will provide 1 to 2 rapid tests for every K through 12 public school student as kids head back to school from winter break. The governor said testing site hours will be expanded for state operated centers that have reached capacity. California has established 6,288 testing sites statewide. Okay, last week, Newsom, who imposed the first statewide shutdown order in March 2020, warned that cases would likely rise and reimpose a rule requiring everyone to wear a mask at public indoor gatherings. I don't understand why they keep going back and forth with the mask mandate. That's one thing that you guys know that I have stood firm on. I think you should be wearing a mask whether you're vaccinated or not. It doesn't matter what your situation is. I don't think that that is taken away from your civil rights. Everybody has a right to live. Everybody has a right to breathe as much clean and virus-free air as they possibly can. And when a person decides that they don't want to wear a mask just because they want to talk about civil rights in a situation where I don't think that that matters, you know what I mean? The reality is that maybe the virus is not going to affect you, but maybe it will affect me in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could end up in ICU. Maybe my children could end up in ICU. And let's not forget one thing that I have been saying as well. We still have a whole population of people, children that are under the age of 12, who are still not eligible to take the vaccines as of now. Unless you guys have seen anything different in the news, I don't think my children will be taking no vaccine anyway. But realistically, our children are still not able, our babies. I have babies, and I'm speaking from a mother's perspective. I have one child that can take the vaccine, and she actually wants to take the vaccine, and that is her choice. But I have my other children, my younger kids, my son who is 4 years old. You know what I mean? I have a 9-year-old. I have an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? I have an 11-year-old. I have a 12-year-old. I have other children that cannot take this vaccine. Okay. So for that reason, wear your doggone mask. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have a t-shirt made that says, if you're not wearing your mask, and if you too close up on me and my babies and we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a serious problem. Over 1,700 healthcare workers have already been deployed to support healthcare facilities and expand surge capacity. And an additional 500 are expected to arrive in the days ahead. So they are basically, it's like they're calling on the reserve of healthcare workers because they fired so many to come and help them. Which is this is what I'm saying. That the government doesn't think things through. Politicians don't think things through. They're really spontaneous. That's the one thing. That's the worst thing I feel a politician can be, is spontaneous. Only in the situation where something happens. You know what I mean? Right now, you know what I mean? Like if a plane crashes into something, or if a tornado happens, okay, yeah, you got to think on your feet. You got to do what you need to do to get those resources and help those people. But in a situation like this, we've been dealing with the virus now for going on 2 years. There's been plenty of time when cases were decreasing for them to actually set up a plan in the event that there was another surge, whether or not they were expecting it. Be prepared. Why don't politicians think like that? Be prepared. You want us to be prepared for a damn earthquake. that you have the kids practicing to get up under the tables and stuff and protect their heads and their shoulders and everything else, but you're not thinking to be prepared for stuff like this? Ridiculousness. It says California has far better than many other states. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention lists California as a place with high transmission of the virus, along with nearly everywhere else in the country. But in the last week, California averaged 114 new cases per 100,000 people, less than half the national rate. Yeah, I believe this is nonsense. I believe there's a heck of a lot more people that have been sick that just has not been reported. So we're going to skip the lies in this article and we're going to move on to the next subject at hand because I ain't got time for that. I just don't like when they do that. Oh, only 100 people died. And the next thing you know, oh, we have 1 million people that lost their lives. Like, come on now. People are not dumb. Moving on. Okay, so a little bit of tea at the Capitol. So we've got the leader. I don't know if he's a leader, but Mitch McConnell, the Republican representative of Kentucky, reacts to Manchin's decision not to support the Build Back Better plan. Exactly what the country needed. Okay. It says that Stingy Mitch joined the Guy Benson show to exclusively react to West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin's decision to not support President Biden's Build Back Better spending bill. McConnell also weighed in on former President Trump's criticism of him and how he thinks the 2022 midterm elections are shaping up. I don't even know why we're talking about. This is what I want y'all to be aware of. They're worried about elections. They're worried about securing their seat. So anything that they do, in my opinion, right now is going to be to make sure that you guys remember them. Oh, well, this person was for giving us money at this time. Well, this person was for giving us this at this time, so that you make sure that you vote for them and keep they behinds in their seat. But the reality is that it's momentarily. It doesn't last long. Okay. Just as soon as that good feeling came into their minds for them to put that money out there, it leaves. Okay. It's instant. It's instant. Okay. Which is common for men, in my opinion, anyway, if you know what I'm saying. McConnell also weighed, and no, we already read that. Leader McConnell reacts to Manchin's decision. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys what Stingy Mitch said. So he said, ironically, my wrap up press conference at the end of the session last Thursday, I said the single biggest favor Joe Manchin could do for the country is to kill this bill. Y'all heard it. That's why I call him Stingy Mitch. He ain't trying to give nothing. I feel like half of the politicians, y'all need to retire. They need to be on SSI. They need to see what it's really like. We got a whole bunch of, and I have nothing against, let me say this because I know I have a lot of seasoned seniors on here. I have absolutely nothing against elderly or my seasoned seniors or none of that. I love y'all to death. But the ones that are up there at the Capitol, I don't think they need to be in office anymore. I think that there needs to be an age limit and they need to retire. Okay. That's what the country needs to see. This bill killed. This is his words, not mine. It is absolutely inappropriate and unnecessary at a time when we're fighting inflation and we've already showered entirely too much money on the government, which helped create the I don't even know what this was trying to say, which helped create, I'm gonna read it word for word what it says, which helped create the dash on the country, which helped create the inflation with that American Rescue Package earlier this year, which, of course, none of my members voted for. So it was an exciting thing to hear. Great shot in the arm for the country. I think it's exactly what the country needed at this particular time. Great shot in the arm for the country. These are his words, y'all, not mine. These are his words. Great shot in the arm. You're supposed to be on our side. Why would you want to injure the country in which you're supposed to be protecting? Great shot in the arm for the country. Y'all hearing this, right? But he represents us. These are the people that you guys voted for, right? Whoever voted for him. I don't know if y'all voted for him specifically, but for those of you who did vote for him, this is who you voted for. The person who said great shot in the arm to the country that he lives in. What sense does that make? McConnell reacts to the White House attacks on Manchin for not supporting Build Back Better. Yeah, this is just, this is, I don't know. He goes on to say, I'm not done, y'all. It goes on to say, I don't know if Joe will ever become a Republican, but I can tell you this for sure. The moderates are gone. There are 2 left in the Senate, 2 moderates out of 50. There were more moderate Democrats when Barack Obama was president than there are today. And so it's a completely uncomfortable fit for Joe. I think he's probably, for example, the only pro-life Democrat on the 50. He doesn't fit well over there, but that's a decision ultimately he has to make. We certainly welcome him to join us if he was inclined. Again, that was from good old Stingy Mitch talking about Senator Joe Manchin. I just want y'all to be aware of the nonsense that come out of these people's mouths. Great shot. I still can't get over that. Great shot in the arm to the country, but you live in this country, or do you not? Do you only show up when it's time for you to walk into the office and tell everybody how much money we don't need to be spending on the American citizens? Because I don't know. Does he live here? Does he live in Kentucky? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I have no idea. But anyways, we're gonna leave it on that. We're gonna get off of that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section down below. I know y'all gonna have something to say, but this is the stuff that y'all need to be aware of. Again, I'm not trying to say that one politician is better than the other. You know what I'm saying? Nancy Pelosi is still the Wicked Witch of the West to me. No matter what anybody say, I don't care if she's Democratic. I don't believe in none of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that means that none of that means anything to us. This is what I'm trying to get people to see. This is my opinion, but I don't think any of that means anything. Being a Democratic or being a Republican to me is just them drawing their line in the sand to say I'm on this side and you stay on that side. It means nothing, because in actual reality, on either side, what are they doing for us? What are they doing for us? Now, when I ask these questions and when I pose these complex situations, I'm not saying it's in a way to say that their job is to sit out and just hand out money to everybody. I do believe that people need to work hard. People need to have the understanding that people value things more when they work hard to earn them. So I'm definitely not sitting on the side saying that I want them to continue giving out money forever, because that's not okay. And I do understand how all of this stuff works together, giving out money and how it affects inflation and prices and things of that nature. But I am saying that when we're in the midst of a pandemic, when we're in the midst of a national emergency, a national crisis, okay, that there are things that they could be doing. They should have been better prepared than what they are. That is what I am saying. But let's move on to emergency SNAP maximum benefits. The one thing that I think that they have been doing correctly, even though there's still a lot of kinks in that, people still have yet to receive their benefits in various states. People who are not eligible when they should be eligible. I think that they should be giving money automatically to senior citizens. If you're getting SSI, I don't think that matters. If they know that they're giving you $900 a month or $1,000 a month, whatever it is, they know that those people are living on a fixed income. A lot of them are not in a position to live by themselves. There's not enough housing for senior citizens, in my opinion. There should be more housing for senior citizens, and it shouldn't be so doggone expensive. There should be housing dedicated to those who have fixed income budgets. If they're living off of SSI, if you're you and your husband and you're both getting, let's just say $1,800 a month. I don't know, I'm just guessing. But if you and your husband are getting $1,800 a month, then I think that there should be a building, an apartment complex, many apartment complexes that have been created to combat those issues, so that people like that can still live out the rest of their life without having to stress out about their bills, be able to pay their rent, because maybe the rent is only $900 a month. That leaves them with $900 to take care of their other necessities, and then give them some food stamps on top of that. You know what I'm trying to say? That's just me. I know there's going to be a lot of people who's talking about how they're paying taxes, paying for people who's on welfare and this and that and the third. But everybody, the bad apple shouldn't spoil it for everybody. Yes, there's a lot of horrible people out there that really just want to live off of the government, but not everybody is like that. There's a lot of seasoned seniors. There's a lot of elderly out there that have worked their whole lives, literally have given 50, 60 years sometimes to one establishment. You know what I mean? Only to now be old and retired and not being able to live out their lives happily and stress-free, because they're still worried about bills, but are not in the don't have the physical capabilities to go back to work. Y'all know I'm on a rant today. I'm on a roll today because, yes, you know how Stingy Mitch, he gets up under my skin. He just does something to me. Make me feel some type of way. But anyways, we're going to move on to emergency SNAP maximum benefits today. We're going to talk about what's going on with that and see if there's any more states that have been approved for January. Ooh, Let me tell y'all something about these January. We got a whole bunch of states, and you know what? This video gonna be long because we're gonna go through all of this together. I'm gonna turn this camera around and we're gonna do this together, because yeah, I want y'all to see this. So let me flip this camera around real quick. All right, you guys, let me put myself up here on the screen. Hopefully you can see me, but here we are. So I'm going to refresh this. We're going to refresh this real quick and we're going to get into this. And here we are, y'all. I hope y'all can see. These are the names of the states as of today, Thursday, December the 23rd, that have been approved for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of January. So we are going to go through these together. Okay. I do apologize. I did not plan ahead. I knew that there were going to be some more states that have been approved, but I didn't plan ahead. I didn't write it down. I will have it written down after this, but for today, we're going to go through these together so y'all can see. So we're just going to go down the list here. I'm going to try to make it quick. All right, January. This is for Alabama. All right, so for Alabama, right here, January the 31st. It says, due to system constraints, the state will issue benefits through an overnight process on January the 31st. Benefits will be available on February the 1st, 2022. Okay, so February the 1st, 2022. Georgia. Okay, Georgia, we have it right here. January the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and the 31st. Okay, January 27th, 28th, 29th, and the 31st, 2022. Hawaii. Hawaii, we have for the benefit month of January, Hawaii will issue emergency allotments on February the 1st of 2022. Illinois. All right. I'm going to try to speed this up for y'all, but Illinois, basically we have the 21st. Availability date is what I'm looking at right here. It is going based off of the last digit of your case numbers, but we're not going to read that because that's just too much. It makes it too complicated. So the availability date that I have here starts at January the 21st and goes all the way up until January the 29th. Okay. That's for Illinois, January the 21st through the 29th of next year. Iowa. Iowa will be providing the emergency issuance with the normal monthly issuance between the 1st and the 10th. So January 1st through the 10th for Iowa. Kentucky. Kentucky, January allotments will be distributed between January the 2nd and the 19th for Kentucky, okay? Maine. Maine will be January the 7th of 2022. January the 7th for Maine. Maryland. Maryland will be all month long, so January 1st all the way through the 31st for Maryland. New Jersey. New Jersey, January the 1st through the 5th, right here. New Jersey, January the 1st through the 5th. North Carolina. North Carolina, January supplements will run for 10 days, January the 22nd through the 31st. Oklahoma. Oklahoma, issuance will be run daily beginning January 10th through the 15th. So January 10th through the 15th for Oklahoma. Oregon. Oregon, current dates slated for January 2022 are as follows: January the 10th, January the 28th, and then February the 1st to clean up for any cases added and missed in the previous runs, okay? So January 10th, January 28th, and then final run February the 1st for Oregon. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania usually has a lot of dates. I don't even see it on here, though. I don't see January approved on here. If you guys can see, only one I see is December. So we're gonna have to come back and check on that one, but I'm not seeing it right now. But just know that they are approved. Rhode Island. Rhode Island benefits will be issued on January the 3rd, separate from Rhode Island's regular issuance schedule. So January the 3rd for Rhode Island. South Carolina. South Carolina will be providing emergency allotment benefits for ongoing households according to the state's regular SNAP issuance schedule between January 1st and the 19th. And then for those who apply for new benefits, they will be distributing these emergency allotments all month long, okay? That was for South Carolina. Virginia. Virginia will be January the 16th of next year. Washington. Washington, allotments will be made available for those with regular issuance date of the 1st on the 2nd, and then staggered from the 2nd to the 20th. So from the 2nd to the 20th for Washington State. West Virginia, we got 2 more after this, y'all. West Virginia will be January the 5th, 2022, and then a final run scheduled for February the 9th, 2022. Wisconsin. Wisconsin will be January the 22nd of next year, and then a final catch-up run March the 12th of 2022. And then last but certainly not least, wait a minute. Oh, heck, you guys, I didn't messed up. But for Wyoming, it's generally between the 2nd and the 5th of the month based off of the last initial of your first name. I'm going to see if I can get it back because I don't know what just happened. Okay, here we go. I got it back. So Wyoming, really quick. Just so y'all can see it with your own eyes, hopefully, if it's on here. Okay, right here. So this really big paragraph that makes it all complicated and stuff. But basically it says between the no emergency allotment files will be sent out to our PEBT processor until or on after January the 1st of 2022, based off of the first initial of your last name. Okay, between the 2nd, which is right here, all the way up into the 5th. And then new clients are issued emergency allotments the day after their SNAP case has been approved. Okay, and then it gives a little example that says if their benefits were approved on the 16th, then they would be issued on the 17th and then available to the client on the 18th, which just made that really complicated. But yeah, there you have it, you guys. All right, you guys, so I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys. I do apologize for this video being longer than usual, but it is what it is. I think we had a nice little chat today about what's going on in the Capitol, and we've got quite a few states that was added to that list for emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of January, you guys. So I promise in the next video I will have it all written out so that we can go through that a little bit quicker, you know what I mean? But I just wanted y'all to see so that y'all won't think that I'm making stuff up, because I do have a couple of y'all that be telling me that stuff is wrong, and I can only give you the information that has been provided, and sometimes information has not been updated. I will keep an eye out for Pennsylvania for you guys. As you can see, that information was not on the USDA website. It may be on your state's social media pages. I've told you guys about this before. If you're new to my channel, I will generally refer you guys back to your state's social media pages for the Department of Human Services, or Department of Social Services, whatever it is called in your your particular state, you want to check their Facebook, their Twitter, sometimes even their Instagram account, because they will have that information there, and it will update sometimes faster than it does on the United States Department of Agriculture website. But on that note, you guys, as always, don't forget to smash that like button, because it really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and y'all want me to stick around for just a little bit longer. All right, on that note, you guys, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, Live Love Elevate 2. The link will be down below in the description box. And as always, I'm going to tell you guys to remember to live, love, elevate, stay safe, you guys. Be blessed, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace, beautiful people.